Do I look tired and sleepy and just beat up? Do I? Hold on. Let me go to our intro real quick, y'all. Let me go to our intro. Welcome to the Tea by Milspouse Conversations. Let's meet the conversation starters. We have Sybil Jones, our Navy spouse and CEO. Up next, we have Grace Romo representing Marine spouses. And our very own, I got a resource for that, Miss Anna Bruner, our Navy spouse. And our veteran and Navy spouse, Miss Nye Cruz. And Mrs. Lori Waddell, and our Army National Guard spouse, Miss Julie Provost. We want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, USAA and Make Me Awesome, for making this happen this year. And now, let's get ready to spill the tea. Oh, are we back? Oh, hey guys. It is time for the Tea with Milspouse Conversations. Y'all, it is 3 a.m. here in Bahrain, and I really don't know if I'm coming or going, but I am here, ready to talk with the conversation starters about being Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. What is our topic? Grace, what's our topic? Help me out, Grace. Help me
out. We're talking about where we fall on our priority list.
Thank you, Grace. Maybe I need to go back to bed and be number one on my priority list right now. Maybe. Maybe. That's okay. I got it. Y'all got me here this morning. Still with my headscarf on. Probably some slobber, some eye boogers, but it's all good. I am here and ready to get to chatting. Grace, can I tell you a secret?
What's up?
I have been so confused the days of the week.
I'm sure. I mean, it's Thursday in the U.S. and Friday over there, and your weekends are not the same weekends we have. So, yeah, I'd be pretty confused too.
They are not at all. So, our weekday is Sunday through Thursday here. That's the work week and the school week. So, I registered the girls, or actually, I registered them for school before we arrived here in Bahrain. And we went to pick their school schedule, their class schedule. Today is Friday, Tuesday. And then we had a back to school bash last night, I think. But they go to school Sunday.
That's so weird.
Wait, how does this work? So look, I have got to figure out where I live all over again, because gotta take care of self in order to take care of everyone else.
Yes, very true.
So Grace, I'm gonna ask you, and I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna stay with. Actually, I want you to tell everyone where you fall on your priority list. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and brush my hair up and get my life.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Don't take too long, because I can't talk about myself for that long.
Look, let me go ahead and bring the other conversation starters on. Right. And y'all chat. Actually, you and Ashita chat about this while I go get my life together. Go ahead.
My priority list, I feel like I'm on there and I kind of fit in where I need to. Like, I don't really have a spot, but like, I'll get to me when I get to me. Like, when it feels like it's the right time, that's when I'll take my time. But I'm the type of person where, like, when I know stuff needs to get done, I can't really relax until they're done. So putting me as a priority first, like, I know you're supposed to have your, full cup so you can do other things and stuff. But in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do this and this and this and this and this. And it's just not relaxing anyway. So I'd rather just get all that stuff done and then go back to me. So I kind of just, like I said, get in where I fit in and go from there. Probably should put myself a little bit higher, but I don't really think I could relax without knowing everything that needs to be done is done. How about you, Nishita?
I'm the same. It's so hard for me. If, like you said, when something needs to be done, I'm like in my mind, like this needs to be done. This needs to be done. But I do try to take a few minutes in the morning, like when I'm in the shower, just
For
take
sure.
some deep breaths. That's about my time right there.
Yeah.
When
for
I'm at
sure.
the grocery store, sometimes by myself, like different
Mhm.
places. I'm just trying to be mindful.
Yeah, same. I definitely just, like I said, I fit it in. And like the
Yeah.
grocery store is a good point. Like if I'm by myself at the grocery store and I know it's like almost lunchtime or something, I'll be like, you know what? Instead of me going home and slaving over lunch, doing all this, I'm just gonna grab me something, right?
Yep.
Like I'm gonna pick
Yep.
something up. It's my little self-care. That takes one thing off my list, that type of stuff. Just little things I
A
feel
little
like,
sneaky link.
yeah. It fills my cup quicker, I think, than being like, okay, on Friday I'm gonna go to the nail salon, or Friday it just, that feels more like another task for me rather than kind of just doing little things as I go.
Right now, I have a hair stylist. I go to her every so often, but she is really quick because I'm not sitting in your salon for like more than an hour. I'll give
Right.
you an hour. Like maybe I'll give you an hour and a half, but I'm not. If I walk in and the stylist is like, "Oh, have a seat," and they have like a gajillion people, you're not going to be my stylist because I
Yeah.
can't deal with it. You need to be organized. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So you could just have your clients and
Mhm.
be ready, and so I could get in, and then I could go. I'm
Get
not like
in
her a
and
lot.
get
I like talking to her and stuff, though.
You like to get in and get out.
But I love my stylist. She's sweet. But
Mhm.
So, Julie, where are you on your priority list?
The first thing I can think of when you ask me that question is, well, I'm putting my mask on first, and then like I make sure that my mask is always on, because if my mask isn't on, nobody else is getting their mask on. Like I have to make sure I'm doing certain things to take care of me before. Well, it's not even a before. It's just kind of like an is. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not that I like wake up in the morning and go, okay, I'm number one. My family's number two. My house is number three. My dog is number four. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm feeling out of sorts. Okay, let's get me back in order so that I can take care of everything else.
So you don't do it as a cheer. I'm number one. You're number two. We're gonna beat the whoopsie out of you.
No.
Sorry. See, that's the lack of sleep happening right now, folks.
That's really funny. But no. So it's just kind of like if I'm doing too much and I haven't had time to breathe or take some time for me, I can feel it. And so I really try hard not to let it get that bad, but if it does, then it's like, okay, I got to take a step back and figure out how to kind of regroup everything.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. The whole mask analogy, right? Like when you're on the plane.
Right.
If
there's like you think, oh no, you gotta take care of the kids first, but it makes sense. Like if you're passed out, how can you take care of those kids? So it's the same thing. Like if you don't have what you need, and self-care is definitely a need, it's not extra, it's like a need. If you don't have what you need, like how do you be the best whatever else there is?
Like, right. You can't be the best wife, the best mom, the best employee, the best volunteer, the best
dog mom,
whatever.
You're not trying to be the best. That's for somebody else. That's their
right.
job.
We're not even trying to be the best.
Get what you get. Sorry.
Get what you get and don't fit. So let's bring in our self-care guru, Miss Anna, and see what she has to say. Because you know, Anna is our self-care guru and our hot mess guru as well. So let's bring her on. Hey, she says that she's hot mess.
I am. So I feel like I'm learning as I'm teaching about self-care. I feel like I'm on the list, but usually what takes priority that I have to stop myself from is whoever is loudest on that list at the moment is who I take care of. It's usually my son. He's 15 now, and he's usually the loudest. My spouse is kind of right up there beside him. They're pretty loud, and the dog, of course, they all seem to win out. My daughter, she's more like me, so she's pretty chill, but I try to have things in place like routines so that it puts me a little first without me having to really think about it. So it is hard. Like, it's an interesting topic to have with being a military spouse, because like between me and Sybil, we're both in yet another military move. I think we were both probably in our spaces about the same time. It's like every 18 months to maybe 2.5 years if you're lucky in one place, and then you move again. So we're unpacking where we are, and I'm trying to get some sort of a routine in place, and I haven't yet. So it's like you've got to wake up, and before I get started unpacking boxes, I have to do whatever it is you do in the morning, whether it's have your coffee, walk your dog, do stretching, do your prayers, or, your devotionals, or whatever it is. Try to do that. And then dive into everything else. So I think that first time in the morning is super important, especially for somebody like me who wants to. I think, who was it that was saying you just want to get it, if it's on your list, you want to get it done? Was that Grace talking about that? Yeah. Right. That's like, as soon as I wake up, like that's what I want to get it done. But you have to take that deep breath and be like, it's going to be there. I can do it later. So yeah, I think having some routines of the day, and I take Sybil's advice of a nap for sure around 1 o'clock every day. I'm like, I've got to just take a breather for a second. My kids know. Take my breather, my mom nap around 1.
That's awesome.
Take that nap.
Yes.
Take that nap. Now, I am not gonna lie, y'all. I'm actually second on my priority list. So my list goes God, myself, then my husband. We're a close second, but I'm a little higher than he is on my priority list. Because as Julie said, you have to put your mask on first. So I have to take care of myself first. And that trickles down to my husband and to my children and then to everyone else. So it's like, we say you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm not pouring from my cup at all. Y'all ain't getting nothing from my cup of water. Okay? You're not getting this. You get the overflow.
Get your own cup.
Yes, you get the overflow. But yeah, I put myself first. And as Anna was talking about the nap, right? I take time for me every single day. That doesn't mean I'm going out, for mani to petties. It doesn't even mean that I'm really leaving my house. It may be just sitting on my couch in peace. I actually have a mug that says, it's me time. Mm-hmm. It's not here with me right now, but it will be here in November, or I might just order myself another one. And we do have them in our store. Hint, hint. It's me time. And whenever I pull that mug out, everyone in my family knows, leave me alone. Our old dog used to know. This new dog, bless her heart. That's all I have to say. She doesn't understand yet. But when I have that mug, it's me time. Do not talk to me nor look at me for a good 45 minutes. And that's just how I roll. Now, I know people say all the time that they don't have time. They're like, I'm not on my list, or I don't have time to take care of myself. Why don't you? What's the problem there? If you're watching, tell me, what is your excuse? Because it's an excuse for not being able to take time for you or to even have yourself on your list.
I think people
Angela, she's still learning. But Angela, let me tell you this. Little Miss Tiana, aka Jewelry Manager, in our new home, she makes sure that she puts herself on the priority list to go out to the lagoon. She has set herself a schedule. I'm like, no one's going out there right now. And then she's mad when she doesn't get to go. She has to go at the exact same time every night. Yeah. Four-legged buddy. So who was answering my question? Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I think it's easy for people to start feeling guilty for some reason. Like they don't have the right to that time. They don't have the right to say no to certain things. They don't have the right to do that for some reason. And I'm not really sure where that comes from, but you can get stuck in these cycles of where you just are always saying yes to everyone else and saying no to yourself. And it's like, that's when you have to like take a step back and be like, okay, wait a minute. What can I change about my schedule, about things on my list, the things that I have to do, so that I can kind of get back into balance, I guess. And know that it's okay. Like, you don't have to feel guilty about it. You shouldn't feel guilty about it. Like, we all need that time to decompress.
Now, why do you think people feel guilty? Like, they feel like they have to say yes to everything. Right? You're volunteering at school, you're volunteering in your neighborhood, you're volunteering here and there, you're doing 20 things a day for everyone else and 0 for you. Why do we do that besides feeling guilty? Because I don't feel guilty, y'all.
Yeah.
You asked me to do something? Nah. That's my nap time. I can't help you. And don't call me during my nap time.
Just culture to how you were raised, to like what the expectations are. Like, you want to be a nice person. I mean, there's just a whole lot. There's a whole lot there that can kind of lead to that guilt, I think.
Yeah, I think that stems from the inside. A lot of people are people pleasers, myself included.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you've committed to something, you have to keep going. Or if you're asked and you say no, you're not worried about just saying no. You're worried about what are they thinking when you say no? Or what if I don't fulfill that? Who's going to fulfill it? Who's all going to have that fallout if I don't do this? So it's all that people pleasing type stuff.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. For me, it's being a people pleaser.
Or like putting the burden on yourself for everybody else. And, you know, that's like, yeah, like Angela's saying, society has convinced us that we are supposed to do everything for everybody to be a good person. And that's not true.
I think sometimes too that, especially if you are like a stay-at-home mom, that you derive your purpose from helping your family.
Yeah.
And your identity is enmeshed in that purpose. So when you say no, it's a big letdown to yourself, not just them, because your priority is their priority, because you're the main caregiver in the family. You're the basic house manager or whatever. And if you're not managing the house, like, who's doing it?
Right.
So when you stop and look at it, for me, I feel like it's like a lot of identity is based on family life. So we have a tendency to, like, if you were a manager at a business, you wouldn't think about yourself all the time. You have to think about the customers. You have to think about the business. You have to think about these external things that need to be managed, that need to be accomplished, that need to be done. Then at the end of the day, you might have some time for yourself, but mostly you just kind of go to bed and wake up when you have a job and you go do your job. And when your job is at your house 24/7, I think that it's very hard to say, no, I'm not doing that, unless you don't see your identity in that role. But for a lot of us, that's the role is the role. We got married, we had kids, and now
But that's
it's what we
where,
do.
like, yes, you have to take care of family, but why do we feel like, in addition to taking care of home life, that we have to pile everything else on top of that before we even give ourselves 15 minutes a day?
Because doing
Because your
tasks
family
outward,
extends past your house. It extends to your neighbors. It extends to your friends. It extends out to the people who are in your circle. It's not just my kids and me. Most of the time, it's my kids, my friends, my family, or my family, my friends, however you prioritize it. And those people fall into your sphere of existence. So you also want them to feel the same way about you, right? You want them to say, oh, yeah, I could do that for you, even if they just squeeze you in here and there. You know, if you have an emergency, you want to be able to ask the people around you, hey, I'm having this done. And if you're the person who's saying, no, I don't have time for you, there's this thought in your mind like they're not going to have time for me too. That's what I think some of it comes from too. You feel like you all have an obligation as a kind of village. And if the people in the village are not helping each other, even when it's inconvenient for themselves, it just feels empty. It starts to feel empty. That's what I think. That so then
What
it's
were you
just a
going to say,
cycle.
Grace? What were you going to say, Grace?
I was just saying that. Hold on, I lost the wording. The perspective of doing something. Okay, say I was gonna take care of myself today by taking a nap, reading a book, and taking a nap from 1 to 3 p.m. But someone asked me, hey, can you come volunteer at the school as a crosswalk person because we don't have anybody from 1 to 3. Sometimes I will take that over what I'm doing. One, because it's bringing value, and it's bringing value, like Nishita said, to the community, to other people. People are seeing that and being like, oh, she volunteered for this, right? You get that value, that praise, that acceptance, that participation in your community, those things. Now, if I was to stay home, take a nap, and read a book, who else knows that happened other than me? And what value did I bring to my day by doing that? And so I think there's that type of discrepancy in people not choosing themselves because it's not bringing a value, or it doesn't feel like it's good enough, or what good is this doing? What have I accomplished? What have I done today? And I think that stems too with Nishita saying stay at home parents, wives, spouses, whoever, people who manage homes or don't go outside of the home to work. It does tend to feel when you do get asked, hey, what'd you do today? And you list X, Y, and Z, and that includes self-care, you may start to feel that shame of, well, what did I really do today? I didn't bring money home. I didn't serve my community. I didn't blah, blah, blah. So I think it comes a lot from where does the value and appreciation lie in self-care and taking care of yourself?
You want to know what I tell people when they ask me what I did today?
What do you tell people?
Minded my business.
I knew that was coming.
But no, I say that jokingly. But for me, when I say I minded my business, it's literally minding my
Doing
business,
my
but
own
also
stuff. Yeah.
getting things done. But I think that yes, we do find that joy, and we all need to be a village and help one another. But at the same time, it's very important that we're ensuring that we're taking care of ourselves just as much as we're pouring into others. I mean, like, I want to host and I'm going to host. Shh, don't tell my husband. But we're going to host a little neighborhood cookout. Shh, don't tell them. Yes, Nashida, I'm going to knock on people's doors and invite them over.
Good,
Yes, I
yeah.
am, Nashida.
Yeah.
Just have them show up and then tell my husband, okay, go out there and grill some chicken. Here you go.
How can you tell? The question I was thinking while you guys were talking was how can you tell when you're not putting yourself first? Like what kind of makes you sense that? For me, I become even more of a hot mess than I already am, or I'm stressed and even more tired. I need more naps and get confused easily. So that's when I have to like just, you know, this last move.
Wait a minute, Anna. Wait a minute.
I don't know what she's gonna say, but I'm scared.
I'm sorry, Anna, because you were like, I'm even more of a hot mess and I'm even more confused. And
I am. Like, I'm already confused and a hot mess, but then I know when I'm even more than normal. Y'all know what I mean?
I do.
I'm glad I could make you laugh.
I feel like when I get like that, I feel like I get really snappy at my family. I get really annoyed at everything. Like I can't can't even like take a joke. I'm just like,
right.
And it's like, okay,
yes,
yeah,
I'm out.
Everything irritates me.
Yeah,
when,
everything.
Yeah, when everything is just irritating, and I'm like really like, it just gets to the point where I'm like, that's it, I'm done. Like, I tap out. You know, time out. Let me reset.
Yeah, when everybody starts, when they have those days where
Angela said this command might not work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's got the nighttime giggles.
I don't even think that I think about priorities. I think that things are just happening. I wake up and then I do my morning routine, and then it's like, boom, the day started. I don't even think I think about, if somebody calls me and they need something, I do think, okay, am I doing something at this time? If I was, and I'll be like, no. But then if I wasn't doing anything, I mostly just say yeah to a lot of things. It doesn't bother me. I think some people really love being out there and just like doing everything. It gives them life. So everybody isn't. Yeah, I think everybody isn't gonna be like, let me make priority lists and say, oh, let me put myself here.
So just to clarify, Nashida, what I'm talking about on your priority list, I'm talking about just overall. Is Tiana?
She probably know you're up. I mean, dogs are like that. Don't be shocked.
Like, time to party. Mama's up. Party.
But I just mean, when I say your party list, I am talking about just overall. Do you make sure you are filling up your own cup?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I ever think about that cup in terms of my cup. And I very much am the person who would reach over and grab a mask and put it on both our faces at the same time. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to be fine. But
yeah, I'm with you.
They're dumb. They're not dumb. Like, kids aren't dumb, but they're not, you know what I mean? They don't know they have to do all this stuff in my mind. Like, I don't know. I don't think that, I think when my cup runs low, I really know, because like Anna said, it's like the family is like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. I need a nap. Go to bed. Like, that's what they're like.
Plug yourself back in. Charge.
Yes, you're now the toddler. You need to go take a nap. Go take a nap.
Seriously.
I do take naps. Like, y'all, I do. I send myself to go take a nap in a minute. Like
Put
waking
yourself
up
in timeout. Let me go to the timeout corner.
myself in timeout. I gotta order something else. I put myself in timeout.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break and then we'll be back with Miss Grace. Stay tuned. Watch our commercial from our sponsor, USAA.
Oh, the single screen again. Sybil, how many times do we have to go over this? Hello. Sybil. All right, I guess we're just going to get started. So, Mike's segment is There Ain't No Way. And I forgot to round up all my stuff because I was rushing my littles out the door so they wouldn't interrupt. But the first thing we're talking about is Sharpies. I honestly don't know if I'm supposed to be talking yet. Am I supposed to be talking, Sybil?
I love your segment. I learn something new every time.
We're just gonna keep going. Okay, so we talk about Sharpies. Like I said, I don't have all my stuff, so we're just gonna make the best of it. But if you have a Sharpie and you're writing on a whiteboard or something that's laminated or whatever, and you meant to use a dry erase marker, but you did this instead, you can still get it off. And you don't have to use alcohol, you don't have to use an eraser board, nothing like that. You use this. You find your dry erase marker and you write over your Sharpie and then you wipe it right off. And it comes off plain as day. You don't ruin your stuff. You don't do any of that. And so it's helpful if you're like teaching kids and stuff and you don't want them. My toddler, like I'll write something for her and she just in the middle of my writing. So I write with a Sharpie while I'm showing her so that she can't move it. And then when I'm done doing it, then I'll go over with the dry erase and take it off. So it's just a good way to use that. And also, military. I don't know about you guys, but I normally am the one doing the laundry with the uniforms and stuff like that. And no, Julie. Julie said no. I do.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know how many times in the beginning I'm like, did you clear your camis? Yes. Are you sure there's nothing in there? Yes.
Yeah.
I normally always triple check. But there have been times where I'm just like, F it. If it's in there, it's in there. And I put it in the wash, right? And so if you get pen or marker or anything in the wash and it leaks, it breaks in there, do not put it in your dryer. Just don't do it because once it goes into that heat, it's set, it's done. You're not going to get it out. Now, if you catch it right out of the washer, throw some shaving cream on it and some hairspray. Let it sit.
Is there an order? Which order do you do that?
I do hairspray first. Now, I don't know if you have to do it in that order, but I put hairspray first because it's thinner. I put that, and then you put a layer of shaving cream, and I just let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'll rub it in slightly, not too much, just a little bit so you're not spreading it everywhere. And then you want to get a paper towel and dab it, and it'll start pulling the ink up. Now, it may not be perfect, but their camis are spotted and, kind of different colors. So if you can get enough up, it'll blend in, and they can use it for a little while longer. So I've had to do that a couple times because my husband doesn't always clear his camis when I tell him to. So yeah.
Hairspray, not hair sheen.
Hairspray.
I use hair sheen.
No, hairspray, just like a hard, full day hairspray. Spray that straight on there with some shaving cream on top. Let it sit before you touch it, and then kind of work it in a little bit with your finger. Don't do this because then you're going to spread the ink everywhere. Just kind of like get the shaving cream to go in a little bit more, and then just paper towels dabbing it straight up and down. Don't rub it because you'll rub the ink, and it'll start pulling it up pretty good. And then you can do that like a couple rounds until it all comes up. And then I throw it back in the wash, and then I dry it.
So that's why I just don't do the uniforms.
Yeah.
It's flight suits, so those have like 10 pockets easily. I'm like, I'm not doing all the pockets.
Yeah. So if you do dive into that and decide to wash them and they get a pen stuck, you can do that. But you can do it for yourself too if you spill something on yourself. Or my kids like to point with their things when they're next to me, and they'll dab me with a Sharpie or whatever, and all those things, they come up the same way. Hairspray and shaving cream works.
See, I have been officially fired from laundry duty, and
Winning. That's winning, Sybil.
That's hilarious. Also, I'm very curious, and since we're talking about laundry, do you guys sort your colors when you do laundry?
I do a little. Sometimes I'm just like, screw it, and I put it all in there. But usually I try to kind of separate.
I gave that up a long time ago. Just no.
Same, Julie, same. I do not.
Yes.
And there's actually been like experiments done saying that sorting your colors doesn't really prevent anything from bleeding. The issue is when you buy a brand new item and you wash it with things that are at least 2 shades lighter.
I mean, if I have something like that, I make sure that
you'll make sure you'll do it.
Wash it.
But typically, you can throw in everything the same color and you'll be totally fine. So I know some people are like sticklers about it, and I'm like, girl, you can have like 3 less loads if you just throw it all together.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm just gonna start. Just put them all together, and if I notice anything weird, I can stop. But it's been like years now, and it's like, nope.
And if anything, blue and red are the main colors that bleed. Everything else, you're good to go. Yeah. So those are just little laundry tips. And then my last.
I have washed. So Grace.
Yes.
I have washed bread with white. I know you do not wash anything with white, but yeah.
Wash blue with white.
I'm that person who has thrown in a red shirt with a white shirt. Comes out
and you got pink shirts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The boys did some
Angela sorts them. You go, girl. I can't do that.
What? Can't do what?
She says she sorts everything.
Yeah. Who, Anna?
No, Angela.
Angela. Yeah, Angela. I do. I cannot help it.
Give it up. Give it up.
Not do it. No matter
what. Give it up. It's so free.
It's actually better to sort by the weight of your items, so things that are really heavy, denim, that type of stuff, than color.
Yep.
Color isn't really going to do much. Yeah. Now you can do
sweatshirts, gym clothes.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do those. That will make your clothes last longer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But color, it's iffy.
No.
And then my last thing, and like I said, I forgot to grab them, so hopefully you can see this picture. But it goes with me being a priority. Now, I'm with Nishida. I don't really fill my cup up first, but there are certain things I do because I know they irritate me. And so I do things to avoid that irritation. And one of them is my kids being like, where's this? Where is that? First thing in the morning or right before bed. I'm like, girls, get your stuff and let's go. Like, we're not doing this. So I buy, it's off. I buy caddies. They're little caddies like this. You guys can't see them. And you can't see. Let's see. Can you see that? It's white, of course.
Like a carrying caddy.
Yeah, just a carry caddy.
Like you can get like at Target. Like
you can get them at Target, or you can even get them at Dollar Tree. Super cheap. And we have a nighttime.
I was thinking you were. I'm like, that's a phone. That's not a caddy. But
I know. I thought it was for the phone.
It was the color, but no, it's the caddy. So you want to grab a couple of these and make them into your stations of like the most. I call them most irritation stations. And I have a nighttime and a morning one. And my morning one has like their toothbrushes, toothpaste, floss, face cloths. Anything they need in the morning, brush, hair ties, it's all in one caddy and it stays in one place. Now, if they take something from there and don't put it back, I tell them it's not mom's problem. They need to go find something alternative to use, or they're just not going to use it because it was supposed to be in that irritation station. And then nighttime. Yes, it's my irritation station. And nighttime's the same thing. You know, we get the pajamas, it goes in the basket. We get the whatever, and it goes in the basket. And that basket's ready to go at night, and everything's in there. And it just makes my evenings and mornings flow better, so I'm not so irritated, because I really cannot stand having to run around the house finding things. Like, I do that enough during my day. When I have to do it first thing in the morning or right before I'm trying to have me time, I don't want it. So just set those little things up for yourselves so that you can have a better flow throughout the day.
And my girls would say they need to set up a basket like that for me. Because I'm always like, where, and they would put my phone in it. They're like, you walk around the house talking about where's my phone? Where's my phone? And yes, I do it in the mornings and at night.
Yes. And let me say this. It doesn't help with husbands, at least not mine. We have a station for wallets and keys, and I don't know how many times we've tried to leave and there's no wallet or keys in the station. But the kids are easier learners. So give and take where you can get it.
See, that was me this afternoon on our way to the new student orientation bash. I told them we had to leave at 3:30. Well, 3:32, I'm running around looking for my sunglasses and keys. And my kids had already called the Uber. They had gone out the gate. They were sitting in the car.
Girl, no, I would love to tell you. I'd be gone. I get so irritated. That is like my number one pet peeve. Like, if you tell me to be ready at a time, you better be ready at that time too. Like, I am not gonna. I cannot.
I forgot where I put my wallet. I had to find it.
Yeah, you need a wallet irritation station. I'm telling you.
I just have
and
one ginormous
one.
irritation
That's where I
station.
thought I put it. I thought I put it in its spot, but apparently
Your legs.
it is here on my desk and not downstairs. My bad.
Too funny. But yeah, that's what I have this week.
I like that. So I'm gonna have my kids make me an irritation station.
Show us a picture of it.
One with the belt that keeps my wallet and keys to me. It's the phone. The phone is the culprit. All right, so Grace, while you are here, we have 2 events coming up this month. Which one do you want to tell us about first?
First, I gotta do both. All right, let's do Texas first. So, yeah, in El Paso, August 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. we'll be having yogurts at Peach Wave, and we'll be talking about duties and do for you and how you should separate the two. Now, I kind of quickly mentioned earlier about how I kind of just fit in where I can get in. So we're going to talk about specific ways that we could break those up and make us more of our priority. So you can go to our website and sign up and buy your ticket.
Buy your ticket. Get your ticket and hang with Grace and get your duties and dues in order. Yeah, come on, y'all.
It's not 3 a.m. here, Sybil. We're still busy. Our second event next week, though, is our virtual hour. Throw up that flyer. Yep. Okay. The conversation, finding your community no matter where the military or life sends you. We sometimes end up in places where we don't want to be or we don't know nothing about. And so we're going to talk about how we navigate those things and how you can find your community. You can register for that event as well, so you can get the Zoom link next Thursday, August 24th. That's right. Yeah, August 24th, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up on our website. And you can, I think the links are on social media as well.
Yes. I am sorry. I'm trying to find the link. There we go.
There's the link. Milspouse.
Yo, I can't see the screen. I'm not focusing. It is too early. So yeah, grab your tickets now. Come hang with us virtually next Thursday. It is Zoom. It is not streamed live. Don't worry. What happens at the conversation stays at the conversation. Or if you're in El Paso, Texas, join Grace live and in person. And not only will you get Froyo there, we are going to have a giveaway too.
Woo-hoo.
So pay the $5, have some Froyo conversation, community, and fun. And a chance to win.
Moolah.
We like food and money.
And money.
That's what we like. And it's all made possible because of who?
USA.
USAA.
USAA. And I'm going to go ahead and spill this little bit of tea. USAA will be on the show the first week of October. I don't know what that date is because I don't have my planner. Y'all know where my planner is?
Not in your irritation station?
No. It's in a crate somewhere.
Is that
My
October
little thing right now.
5th? October 5th is the
Yeah.
first
Super helpful.
Thursday.
Hopefully it's in the ocean. Well, inside a crate. Floating across the ocean to get
Yeah, I was
here.
going to say, in the ocean wouldn't be good.
With the ETA of November. So the year will be over. So whatever's in that calendar. Yeah, I'm a paper calendar gal. Anyone else still use paper calendars?
Yes,
Me.
for sure.
And I'm always
what
switching
day did you
between like.
Did you say October 5th, Anna?
Yeah, October 5th is what is the first Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So USA will be here October 5th, and then they are going to be leading the conversation, which is via Zoom, the fourth Thursday in October. So yeah, come on.
Great.
Put that on your calendar.
I'm typing it in.
Oh, you a phone calendar gal. All right, so let's get ready to close out. But before we do, tell us what you do. What is something, conversation starters, what is something our audience can do every day to take care of self? Just something simple.
I'm going to say wash your face. Even though it was a book, it's not from the book. I can honestly say that I will feel like crud, and then I wash my face and put my moisturizer on, and I just suddenly feel fabulous. That's what I would say.
I splashed water on my face this morning. Does that count? Do I need to wash? Do I need to wash my face again?
No, do water, splash water. That makes you feel fabulous too. Something about it.
I would say take a walk. Just
take a walk. That's a good one.
5 to 10 minute walk could really clear your mind.
I'm going to say open your Bible or pray.
Ooh, very good. Yes.
What do you have, Julie?
Read a book. Listen to some music if you don't like to read. Watch a TV show. Just something for half an hour. Get your mind off of everything.
And mine is turn on some music and dance. I actually did that today. I turned on some music. I was listening to Kirk Franklin. I had some gospel music going. Looking out my window. I have a beautiful view here. I'll show y'all one day. It's dark outside right now, but I'll show you guys my view from my office. And y'all, I had a moment. I had my gospel music. I allowed myself to cry. I almost got to shouting. The Holy Ghost hit me a little bit. Tiana was like, "Ooh," like what? But you know, I allowed myself to feel. Some of y'all know, some of you may not know. I do not like. It's not that I don't like to feel, but I never allow myself to just feel my emotions. And I had a conversation starter. I won't call her name, Nashida. Told me. She sent me a a message the other day, and she was like that I looked happier and I looked less stressed than I did in San Diego. And I was like, oh, do I? Y'all, San Diego was not my favorite duty station, but that's for a whole nother show.
That's another topic. Another day.
Yes. But yeah, turn on some music and just allow yourself to groove and feel. If you gotta cry, if you gotta scream, whatever. It does wonders for the soul. Even when someone tell you, thank you, Nishida. You trying to say I was looking rough in San Diego? Is that what you were trying to say?
No, you were the one who said you didn't like it. You're the one always sounded like it was just sucking your soul away. Like it's like
your vampire place.
I know you even walking. You about to get heat stroke out there walking every day. No, ain't nobody out here. Ain't nobody crazy enough to be out there with you walking around in 100+ degree weather. But you frolicking around, so you look better. You look happier.
Yeah, you look happier. I'm like,
You did. I just can't wait for all these stories you about to tell about your overseas life.
Yeah.
As I went to the mall today and
I was like, what?
in my tank top and ripped pants. We wasn't supposed to be at that mall.
I ain't hanging out with you when I get there.
Whoops.
You don't understand the culture. I'm not hanging. I'm getting in trouble. I'm gonna be like, I don't know her. I met her in the corner over there.
We were not supposed to stop at that, but we were not supposed to go to the mall. The car started acting crazy, so we had to pull off the road before the car just completely shut off.
The Uber driver?
No. Marcus
your car.
When he got off, yeah. And so we were like, what's going on? So the closest stop was the mall, but they brought him another car. But we went in the mall, and I was like, dude.
You need to bring a sweater with you at all times.
Right.
Well, I did have a jacket. I did have my jacket, so I put my jacket on.
Zipped it up.
Well, no, I just had it on. You couldn't tell anything, but it was the ripped jeans. And yes, I got up this morning at 2:30 and I threw the tank top back on and the jeans because I know I like to get up. Because I was like,
I don't want to stand up suddenly. Whoops.
Hey, maybe we'll have more viewers. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's a joke. All right. Remember, next week will be our virtual event. So sign up and join us. Come chat with us. And if you're in El Paso, Texas, sign up for that as well. And as Greg said, it's all on our website. Thanks for watching. And put yourself on your priority list. Take care of you, please. Just do it. You can give yourself 5, 10, 15 minutes. I say 15 minutes minimum. But do something for you. It's not selfish. And if someone says you are being selfish, oh well. Be selfish.
Say, I'm number one. Number one.
I'm number one. You're number 50.
50.
Way down there.
What? I'm just saying. Look, in all seriousness, though, there are some things that we put first that really needs to be number 50 on our list. There are certain things in our lives that we put before ourselves. For me, true. I will say this. I will just be honest. There have been things I have put before God, where I'm like, no. And then God's like, boom, nah, sit down. But, we put those things before ourselves, before our families, because there are some things that we put before our families as well that we should not be doing. So come on, folks. And even when you're PCS and me and Anna both, right now I'm here now, but let me tell you something. It hasn't even been a week yet that I've been here. And I have no plans on doing anything for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I need to recenter myself. And that is okay. The school was asking for volunteers today. I was looking at them like,
I have never
I don't think
volunteered at a school. I don't
No,
think.
you got to get used to the time change. That's a huge thing.
Right.
Maybe I was a chaperone. I'm not sure. I never felt guilty about it either.
But I am making plans for lunch. I'm meeting people. I'm meeting other spouses, and we're going out for coffee and lunch.
Awesome.
And I was a creeper today, y'all. I have to tell y'all this. I'm a creeper today because at the school, this lady walked by, was like, I know you. And I was like, hey, I know you. And she's like, yeah, from Facebook. I'm like, oh, yeah. I recognized her.
That's good.
So, yeah, let's do lunch. And then the lady that was on the AMC flight, we're going to get together, do lunch.
That's awesome.
So finding your community. Sometimes it's as simple as saying, hi.
Yeah.
Oh, you, who are you? Really? Okay, cool. Let's be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I did tell her about my 3 categories of friends. I told her.
She's probably calculating where she is.
Probably.
Hey. Sorry. If you don't know what we're talking about, come to one of our social hours and you'll know. All right, for real. Have a lovely evening. What? See, I don't know what time.
It's evening. It's night for us.
It's night.
We're in the U.S. Good night.
We're going to bed.
We out.
And if you're in Bahrain with me, go back to bed because I'm going back to bed.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Good night, Sybil.
Good morning, Anna.
A little spicy this morning.
I'm gonna have my life together next week.
We'll see. 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll see. You're gonna be giggling next week too. Stop wearing them tank tops all around the Middle East. What are you doing over there?
And I just had it on to go to school. And then we had to